Salmon. Salmon has been a crucial food source for thousands of years, especially for indigenous peoples for the Pacific Northwest and Northern Europe. There are several species, but Atlantic and Pacific salmon are the most common. Wild salmon swim upstream to spawn, which makes them available seasonally in rivers, while farm salmon, which now accounts for most of the market, is raised in net pens in places like Norway, Chile, and Scotland. Salmon is known for its rich, fatty flesh that ranges from deep red to pale pink and its high omega-3 content. Tuna. Tuna is one of the most commercially valuable fish in the world. There are several species, including bluefin, yellowfin, and albacore, with bluefin being the most prized and expensive, especially in Japan, where a single fish has sold for over $3 million at auction. Tuna is a fast-swimming predator found in warm oceans worldwide. It's eaten raw in sushi and sashimi, grilled as steaks, or canned in oil or water. The meat is dense and meaty, with a mild to rich flavor depending on the species. Overfishing has made bluefin tuna endangered, leading to efforts to farm and protect wild populations. Catfish. Catfish has a long history in Africa, Southeast Asia, and the southern United States. It thrives in freshwater rivers and ponds and is easy to farm, which makes it an affordable protein source. The U.S. is one of the largest producers of farm-raised catfish, particularly in Mississippi. The meat is white, mild, and slightly sweet, with a firm texture. In the South, catfish is breaded and deep-fried, often served with hush puppies and coleslaw. In Vietnam, a similar species called Pangasius is exported globally. Wild catfish can have a muddy taste, which is why farmed varieties raised in clean water are preferred. Cod. Cod was once so abundant in the North Atlantic that it shaped entire economies and even sparked wars. By the 1990s, overfishing caused populations to collapse, particularly off Canada's coast. Atlantic cod and Pacific cod are the main species, with thick, flaky white meat. It's been central to European cuisine for centuries, salted and dried as bacalhau in Portugal, battered and fried as fish and chips in Britain, and turned into fish cakes in Scandinavia. Cod is also used to make fish sticks and imitation crab. Its liver is pressed for cod liver oil, a traditional supplement rich in vitamins A and D. Cod's historical importance was so large, it helped drive the Atlantic exploration. Tilapia. Tilapia is one of the oldest farmed fish in history, with records of Egyptians raising it in ponds over 4,000 years ago. Native to Africa and the Middle East, it's now farmed worldwide, especially in China, which produces most of the global supply. Tilapia has a neutral, mild flavor that absorbs seasoning well. It's usually fried, grilled, or baked, and is often chosen as a low-cost everyday fish. Anchovies. Anchovies are small silverfish found in temperate and tropical oceans around the world. They've been eaten since ancient times. Ancient Romans used to make garum, a fermented fish sauce used like salt. Today, anchovies are most commonly salt-cured and packed in oil, giving them an intensely salty, umami-rich flavor. They're a polarizing topping on pizza, a key ingredient in Caesar dressing, and a staple in Mediterranean cooking, where they're used to flavor pasta sauces and stews. Fresh anchovies, called boquerones, when marinated in vinegar, are mild and delicate, nothing like the canned version. Most of the world's anchovies are caught in Peru, and used for fish meal and oil. Barramundi. Barramundi, also called Asian sea bass, is native to Australia and Southeast Asia, where it's been a traditional food for Aboriginal Australians for thousands of years. The name comes from an Aboriginal word meaning large-scaled river fish. Barramundi can live in both freshwater and saltwater, which makes it adaptable for farming. The meat is white, moist, and buttery with a mild, slightly sweet flavor. It's popular in Australia, where it's grilled, pan-fried, or steamed, and increasingly farmed in the US as a sustainable alternative to other white fish. It's high in omega-3s and often marketed as a premium, eco-friendly choice. Alaska pollock. Alaska pollock is one of the most harvested fish in the world, even though most people have never heard of it by name. It became famous after World War II due to industrial fishing and processing. Most Alaska pollock is processed into surimi, the imitation crab used in sushi rolls and seafood salads, or turned into fish sticks and fast food sandwiches like McDonald's Filet-O-Fish. It's also used to make fish paste and fish cakes in Asia. Alaska pollock fisheries are considered some of the best managed in the world, with strict quotas to prevent overfishing. Rohu. Rohu is a freshwater carp native to South Asia, and one of the most important fish in Indian, Bangladeshi, and Pakistani cuisine. It's been farmed for centuries in ponds like rice paddies, and is a major source of protein in the region. The meat is white, tender, and slightly oily, with a mild, earthy flavor. It's usually cooked in curries, fried with spices, or steamed with mustard paste. Rohu is central to Bengali cuisine, where it's prized for its bones, which are soft enough to eat when pressure cooked. In India, it's one of the top farmed fish, alongside katla and mrigal. Herring. Herring has been a staple food in Northern Europe for over 1,000 years, once called silver of the sea, because it drove entire economies. These small, oily fish swam in massive schools in the cold waters of the Atlantic and Pacific. Herring is rarely eaten fresh. It's usually smoked, pickled, salted, or cured. In Scandinavia, pickled herring is a traditional dish served with onions, sour cream, and dark bread. In the Netherlands, raw herring is eaten with onions as a street food. Dishes like pickled herring and surströmming come from the need to preserve massive seasonal catches. Mackerel. Mackerel is a fast-swimming oily fish found in temperate and tropical seas worldwide. There are many species, including Atlantic mackerel, Spanish mackerel, and king mackerel, with darker, oilier meat than most fish. It has a bold, rich flavor that some find too strong, but it's highly nutritious. Mackerel spoils quickly, so it's often smoked, salted, or canned. In Japan, it's grilled and served as saba, or pressed into sushi. In the UK, smoked mackerel is a traditional pub dish. In West Africa and the Caribbean, salted mackerel is simmered into stews. It's often considered one of the most nutritionally efficient fish you can eat.